What is going on, guys? Welcome to OTS News. My name is MD from NY 206. Because you were on Twitter crying that Triple H had the audacity to wish people a happy 4th of July while somehow ignoring the sanctity of Juneteenth, Pride Month, and Black History Month. You might actually be guzzling whatever they're selling in the clown aisle at Target. The man posted a 60-second video waving a flag, not a political manifesto, you fucking geeks. Sit down, touch grass, and let people grill a fucking burger in peace. Meanwhile, on SmackDown, more bloodline in the main event, because, of course, there's more bloodline in the main event. If I had a nickel for every time Solo Sikoa slow blinked his way through another tribal stare-off, I'd have enough cash personally to refund everyone who sat through this tape show in Pittsburgh. The crowd was so dead, WWE had to pipe in cheers like it was a laugh track from Family Matters. But hey, let's talk some good news. Drew McIntyre's back. The only man with enough presence to break through the piped-in crowd noise and actually make you care. Love that guy, man. Legit. And guess what else they hit us with tonight? Cody Rhodes versus John Cena announced for SummerSlam, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, a rerun from their WrestleMania 41 Snorefest. You know, the one that bombed harder than Travis Scott's commitment to actually showing up, or The Rock, for that matter, not showing up. And don't even get me started on Jade Cargill. Oh my God, man. Why is this woman on television? If boredom was a booking strategy, this nailed it. Tonight, we're sponsored by Blue Chew. BlueChew.com, code JD at checkout. Make sure you guys go get your free sample. Tonight, this is the SmackDown Post Show right here on OTS.
My goodness. It is the 4th of July, ladies and gentlemen. Why am I here, you ask? Well, we had Friday Night SmackDown tonight, man. I mean, who wants to celebrate the 4th of July with a boring, unenthusiastic, lifeless 2-hour pro wrestling program? I thought I was watching Wednesday night. The only thing we're celebrating tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is that SmackDown is now back to 2 hours, which means I can get the hell out of here earlier. Drew McIntyre is back. Yes, Drew McIntyre's back, folks, on a tape show from Snoozeburg, Pennsylvania. Randy Orton, he can say he respects Cody Rhodes all he wants, man, but I see some anger in Randy Orton. 2 more Evolution matches added to what the women's roster feels is a setup show. And we got more Bloodline in the main event. If you guys are bored of the Bloodline in the main event, folks, just raise your hand, please. I want to see a show of hands. Everybody? Great. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to the beer garden, man. The fireworks are going off. Fireworks are going off. The drinks are ice cold. The burgers are being served. The VIP pool is open. And when I get there, I'm not jumping in, but I'm going to ask, what the fuck are you guys drinking? I'll see you over there.
Why has Triple H been so successful? Why is Triple H running WWE better than Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard on Monday and Friday night? Long-term booking.
What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for joining me right here on Off the Script. This is your Friday Night SmackDown Post Show for July 4th, 2025. I am your host, JD from New York. As always, coming to you live from the OTS Beer Garden. Thank you guys so very much for joining me on this Friday evening, wherever you may be. Hopefully you guys had a very happy, relaxing, and safe 4th of July today. Some relaxing by the pool, maybe. Throwing a couple burgers on the grill. I prefer mine with cheese. Maybe some bacon, extra crispy. A little side of barbecue sauce. Maybe some tater tots, maybe some french fries, hot dogs on the grill as well. Homemade chili in the kitchen being made. Ice cold beer, man. Summer Ale, Sam Adams. Can't get anything better, bro. Beautiful day in New York City. 85 degrees. Hopefully you guys had a relaxing day. Unfortunately, the only thing that we are celebrating this evening as far as WWE is concerned is that this show went back to 2 hours. Finally, a 2-hour SmackDown. I know. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable, man. The thing is, we go back to a 2-hour SmackDown. It's the first show in this now 2-hour era that we're embracing. And it's a tape show from Boringsburg, Pennsylvania. I know. Now listen, Pittsburgh sucks, bro. Listen, I don't give a shit how many hours of pro wrestling you guys had to endure, man. The show sucked, okay? You guys sucked. Pittsburgh sucked. Lifeless. WWE injected fake, obviously fake crowd noise into tonight's show. But JD, why are you taking it so serious, man? They sent all the talent home to spend 4th of July with their families, JD. NY 206. It's great. You got enough to give me a 2-hour Raw. Why can't you give me a 2-hour SmackDown in the same night? WWE never approaches these holiday shows with any sense of urgency. Not going to get bent out of shape about it. It was a lame duck show for 2 hours. Nothing terribly important happened. We got the return of Drew McIntyre tonight. We got 2 more Evolution 2 matches announced for Atlanta next weekend. You know, that show that just randomly became a thing literally this week, man. They just start fucking pumping matches out, man, like left and right. Pumping matches out for this thing. 2 more matches announced for that. Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton fall out. Randy Orton. He may say he respects King Cody. Doesn't look like Randy respects King Cody, if you ask me, folks. There's a lot of anger in the facial expressions of Randy Orton. There's a lot of jealousy behind the eyes of the Viper. So we'll talk about that. Like I said, Drew McIntyre made his return on a taped show, by the way. A taped show for Drew McIntyre. We'll talk about that. More Bloodline in the main event. The Wyatts get a win over all of the tag team division, which now gets them a tag team title match next week. And the crowd goes mild when the Wyatts burst onto the scene. More Andrade Ray Phoenix as a tag team. And Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair are setting themselves up to be the new tag team champions. Oh, man, I can't wait. It's exactly what I want on my TV screen, a babyface Charlotte Flair, man. Oh, man, such excitement over there, bro. This show was a thumbs down effort. But if you're on social media, you got nothing else better to do on the 4th of July, man. You should have your feet in the pool. You should be sitting there with a burger in one hand, a cold drink in the other, and you should just be enjoying life, man. You're on social media because Triple H and the WWE want you to celebrate the 4th of July, right? America's birthday. Yet everybody's wondering why we didn't celebrate Juneteenth in WWE and why we didn't celebrate Pride Month in WWE. Those are those people online. You could be one of those people. It's amazing how a 60-second clip on social media riles everybody up, man, for no reason on the 4th of July when everybody should be celebrating with their friends and families, having a nice, relaxing evening with their friends and families. Here, let me go on social media and type Triple H. Oh, you guys do celebrate holidays. Couldn't be me, bro. Couldn't be me. Sickos. The word sickos spans well beyond AEW. We'll go over all that tonight, folks. I'm going to try and get you guys out of here in a prompt and timely fashion this evening because it is the 4th of July and clearly nobody wants to be here talking about Friday Night SmackDown. I don't even know why the fuck I'm here. I don't know why I'm here, but I'll tell you who is here, man. We got Havili in the chat. We got Havili in the chat. Guy just randomly walks up to the bar, man, right before the fucking show starts. 7:20 p.m. Shows up, orders everybody at the VIP pool a drink, drops a $100 super chat, does Havili. Brother, wherever you are, man, you're probably sleeping by now. In Brisbane, Australia. Thank you very much, brother. Appreciate you. I thank you guys for joining me on this Friday night. I know nobody wants to be here, but here we are. Follow me on social media if you guys wish. At JDfromNY206, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications. Make sure you guys go out there and check the homepage on the channel. So much content up there, man. We got news on Britt Baker. We got live streams this week from Monday, Tuesday Night Titans, episode 101. We got Wednesday Night Dynamite. Make sure you guys go and check all that stuff out on the homepage. I appreciate you guys very, very, very much. Thank you to everybody who continues to make the channel stronger than ever, man. We just hit 172,000 subscribers this week on YouTube, so thank you guys for that. Really appreciate it. We hit that on Wednesday after the AEW Dynamite stream, so thank you guys very much for that. Super chats are open. Get them on in. We'll hang out at the end of the show. It's a great way to support. Super chats. Get them on in. As always, at the end of the show, we'll read through them all, hang out. Got my cold beverage all ready to go. So get them on in. Hit that thumbs up. We got just a little bit over 300 likes right now. It's going to be a slow night. Goal's going to be set at 750. If you guys want to hit that thumbs up, tonight's like goal is 750 likes. And tonight's show is sponsored by my great friends over at Blue Chew. BlueChew.com, code JD at checkout. All you guys have to do is pay the $5 shipping and handling. Not going to be around much this weekend. If there is any news, I will get a news update for you. I will be in Atlantic City tomorrow hanging out with my brother. Sun, beach, and cold beverages. And the Atlantic City Boardwalk. So if you guys are down there and you see me walking, playing Pokemon Go tomorrow for Eevee Community Day, come and say what's up. It's going to be busy down there. Can't wait. And last night I saw Jurassic World Rebirth. I asked you guys on Thursday afternoon, is it worth it? I got a very mixed reaction to Jurassic World. I enjoyed the last two. They weren't great by any stretch. I mean, it was just mindless fucking entertainment for 2 hours. Some people said this one sucked. Some people said this one was not good. It was all right. I enjoyed it, bro. I enjoyed it. Whole new cast. Great 2 hours. I thought it was the best Jurassic Park in many, many, many years, honestly. There was some nice throwbacks to the first Jurassic Park. You could clearly see what they are if you watch the movie. And I thought the scenes, some of the more intense scenes, I thought they were some of the best scenes that they had in a Jurassic Park movie since the first two, actually. So if you guys want to go check it out this weekend, if you have not done so, I come with a recommendation. I enjoyed the shit out of it. So I'd actually go back and watch it again. Gets a thumbs up from me. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably give it a solid 7.5. Solid 7.5. Let's get into this SmackDown Post Show. I got news on a couple of different things. I'll spread them out when we get to the appropriate segments for these pieces of news. But I got news on Evolution. This is not really new information, but it just goes on top of what I said on Monday when I said this show absolutely does not need to happen. And then I got a piece of news on the music artist Jelly Roll. Yes, Jelly Roll. I've never in my life have come across one person who listens to the music of Jelly Roll. Sounds like you should be on the fucking Dunkin' Donuts menu. This is a ridiculous piece of information that we'll go over a little bit later, but it may anger some people, to be quite honest with you. Oh, my goodness, man. We got some support tonight, even though it's a slow night. We got a 4th of July bomb tonight by Ali with a $100 super chat. JD, I just wanted to express my gratitude for being part of the OTS community, which has been truly an honorable experience. Your assistance has greatly impacted my health, particularly in 2022 when I had a near-fatal heart attack. But thankfully, I'm still alive today because of you. Oh, my goodness. How do I even reply to that, bro? How do I even reply to that, Ali? Minus the number value of that super chat, man. Those are the comments that hit me the most. Those are the comments that really get to me the most. Those are the comments that I look for the most out of everything. I don't know if I could ever say I saved you, Ali. I didn't do anything. I didn't. I'm just here. I provide entertainment. I provide you guys an escape. I provide you guys 2 to 3 hours nightly where you could just leave everything at the door, walk into the venue, walk into the world that I created, sit down, pop open a cold drink, and hang out and talk pro wrestling. It's the whole vibe that I wanted to create here. And for you to say that, man, that really means a lot to me. I don't really know what to say, but I take great pride in giving you guys the absolute top of the top content in the community. There is legitimately nobody that looks like us, that sounds like us, that does what we do. If it was so easy, everybody would be doing it. And if it was so easy, everybody would be where we are, and they're not. They're not. And we are where we are because of you, Ali. Because of people like Ali. And people like Havili and Captain Solo and Hoolagrim and David Thiering and Fire Panda and Boots and everybody that has fucking supported Osakui. Everybody that has supported this show, this channel, these live streams. Thank you guys very much, man. It means a lot. Another round of applause for everybody, man. Come on. You guys mean to tell me that I'm a role model? No, I'm not a role model, man. No, I'm not. I'm anything but a role model, man. But if I've helped you along the way in any sense, I will continue doing that, and I will continue to be that for you guys. So thank you. Thank you very much. Love you, Ali. Glad that you're with us on this 4th of July. Let's get into this SmackDown Post. Cody Rhodes. King Cody opens the show. Cody Rhodes made his way to the ring. Big ovation. I don't know whether it was piped in or legit. Knowing fucking Boringsburg, Pennsylvania. I don't know what's real and what's not anymore when it comes to these tape shows. Rhodes is in the ring. What do you want to talk about? Have you guys seen the top of the podcast charts for pro wrestling? The top 4 or 5 have been taken up by WWE podcasts. Now you wonder why WWE has gotten into the podcast game. They're pushing everybody else down a spot because the top 4 or 5 shows are WWE fanatics-based shows. Stephanie McMahon, Cody Rhodes, the Raw Post Show with fucking Brillo head over, or he's bald now, right? Sam Roberts. Then you got, who else you got over there? Stephanie, Cody. There's one more. Undertaker. Undertaker's up there too. What do you want to talk about? Rhodes gives a shout out to Cam. Not Cam G in the chat. Shout out to Cam G if he's here. I don't know where he is. But Cam is a young fan who sat in Club 66 who was battling leukemia. Once that was done, Rhodes said that the King of the Ring crowd represented where we've been, mentioning past King of the Ring winners like Bret the Hitman Hart, Booker T, and Stone Cold Steve Austin. I actually just last night watched, because I was flipping through WWE Vault last night while laying in bed, watched the Stone Cold versus Jake the Snake Roberts King of the Ring final with the epic 316 promo. He said it also stood for where we are going, the main event of SummerSlam in the form of a WrestleMania rematch against John Cena. John Cena continues to tease us that something big is coming. I don't know what that something is. I don't know how big that something is. He did mention that there has been a lot of pivoting. And he said recently that things are just now starting to begin. And he hopes that fans embrace what is coming. We could see a John Cena babyface run again for the last 5 months of his retirement tour. Or the rumored, because we talked about it on Tuesday Night Titans, the rumored, Cody's made mention that we are at the tail end of his babyface era. I don't think so. I don't think WWE pulls the trigger on that just yet. Cody might be teasing a heel turn. We don't know. He did what he had to do against Randy Orton, where he didn't do it against John Cena at WrestleMania. So does that mean Randy Orton could be a babyface and Cody be the heel? Again, I don't mind that. I actually am wanting that to happen. Because, man, would it inject some fucking life into a dead product right now, creatively. I don't think they'd go and do that, though. That is way too risky. Way too risky. Before Rhodes could go any further and talk about John Cena and SummerSlam, Randy Orton walks out there. Orton started by reminding Cody that for weeks and weeks he told Rhodes that he wouldn't hesitate. He would not hesitate to win and do whatever it took to win King of the Ring. But at Night of Champions, he had Rhodes dead to rights and ready to rearrange his skull with a punt kick. But he hesitated. Cody Rhodes pulled the trigger instead, and that is something Randy said he respected. Orton told Rhodes to promise him that he will not squander this opportunity that he's earned to go to SummerSlam, and that he wants him to promise Randy that he will beat John Cena and kick John Cena's ass. Before Cody could say anything, Drew McIntyre returns to WWE television. Raise your hand in the chat. Raise your hand in the beer garden if you think WWE television is just a little bit better with the Scottish psychopath on WWE television. WWE TV is so much better with Drew McIntyre back on TV. He blasts Randy Orton for losing his edge as the legend killer. Because that legend of Randy Orton was dead as far as he was concerned. McIntyre then turns his attention to Super Cody, stating that he wanted him to win at SummerSlam. Because if this was a match that we've talked about in the past and he wanted then, he certainly wants it now. He's looking forward to it. Because he wants to be the one to rip that title from Cody Rhodes' hands. As McIntyre turned, Orton delivered an RKO out of nowhere because Orton was still in the ring. Orton and Rhodes had a very tense stare down as the segment came to a close. Randy Orton had this look where he bit his lip. He was trying to hold back saying something and hold back doing something. I don't know if the rumors of Cody turning heel are even remotely close to true. I don't think so. I don't think WWE's got the balls to pull the trigger on that. I do think that Randy going heel is probably going to happen. And the facial expressions and the reactions of Randy Orton coming out of Night of Champions and then again tonight, I think you just kind of see the writing on the wall. He's not going to hesitate. That's the narrative that they're going with. He's not going to hesitate again. Next time, he's not going to hesitate. He respects Cody. But if Cody wins the WWE Championship, he's not going to hesitate to do what he's got to do to then win the WWE title. Or put himself back in position to win the WWE title. McIntyre, I know he was rumored to be hurt. I don't know how injured he was. He's back on television. Clearly, he's ready to go. I don't know if they are really positioning him as a top guy on SmackDown now. But if Cody's going to win the championship back, McIntyre is definitely a guy I want to see wrestling for the top prize on Friday night. I think that would be fucking great. Now, there's another piece of news that is very concerning if you're a WWE fan. Because it's realistically going to take Cody Rhodes off of television for how long, I don't know. Now, we know Roman Reigns is already off television. I don't know how much more television Roman Reigns can actually miss. He's supposed to be back. You would figure he would be back before SummerSlam and set something up for SummerSlam. I don't know. I don't even know where he fits in. But Roman Reigns is off television. He's going to be off television even more. And Cody Rhodes now may be off television. According to a report from Deadline, Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes have been cast in the upcoming adaptation of Street Fighter. New Street Fighter live action movie. And Cody has been cast. He will put on the boots of the classic American hero, Guile. Yes. Cody Rhodes is going to be playing Guile in Street Fighter. Roman Reigns, he's going to be playing Akuma. Now, I could see Roman Reigns playing a great Akuma. I don't know how much of a role Roman Reigns is going to have in the movie. I don't know if Akuma is going to be a top villain in the movie. You would think that Cody Rhodes' role as Guile is going to be a little bit more, as Guile is one of the bigger characters, stars in the video game. But Roman Reigns in the movie, Cody Rhodes in the movie, they're both going to be off television. The film, which is being co-developed by legendary Sony and Capcom, is scheduled for a release next year. It will be a project from Danny and Michael Filipao. Probably butchered their names. Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes join an already star-studded cast that includes Andrew Koji as Ryu, Noah Centineo as Ken, Kalina Liang as Chun-Li, Jason Momoa as Blanca. Boy, they got Jason Momoa and Roman Reigns in the same movie, huh? Gonna have the ladies fucking pulling their panties off in the fucking movie theaters with that one. Holy shit. David, I'm gonna butcher this guy's name, David Dastmalchian as M. Bison, and 50 Cent. Yes, Curtis Jackson, 50 Cent. He will be playing Balrog. Orville Redenbacher? No. Orville Peck. Orville Peck will be playing Vega, and Andrew Schultz will be playing the character Dan. This will be the first live. This sounds awful, by the way. That sounds fucking terrible. This will be the first live-action Street Fighter adaptation since the 1994 cult classic with Raul Julia, who played M. Bison in the movie. You do know that woke Hollywood in 2026 is going to completely fuck this up. I will say this. Street Fighter is better than Mortal Kombat video game-wise, but Mortal Kombat has had the better movies. Nothing beats the first adaptation of Mortal Kombat. Nothing. I don't give a shit what came after it. I don't give a shit what you think. The first adaptation of a live-action Mortal Kombat movie was the best video game adaptation of a fighting game ever. One of the greatest adaptations, maybe video game-wise, ever in TV. Love it. You cannot ever duplicate that movie, ever. Every time that movie is on, man, I'm sucked in. Like I'm fucking... When did that come out? 93, 94? Like I'm 10 years old again, man, all over again. And that soundtrack was fucking great, man. That soundtrack was fucking great. They had Fear Factory on that soundtrack, man. That was just a badass soundtrack. Oh my goodness, look at this fucking guy. The guy that broke Solomonster on Tuesday, man. Holy shit. Oh my goodness, we got a $100 bomb by our guy Street Fighter. If Cody is playing Guile in Street Fighter, I'm all for it. If it means Cody's off TV, so be it. Sonic Boom. Street Fighter coming in with a Sonic Boom $100 super chat. Another round of applause. As Solomonster would say, Straight Fighter in the chat. This guy broke fucking Solomonster just by Jason reading his name, man. It's unbelievable. Again, I don't know where they go with this. It looks like, obviously, Cody and Cena is set up. Cody is definitely winning the championship back. No doubt about it. I mean, we cannot go on any longer with John Cena as the WWE champion. Unless Seth Rollins cashes in. This is what worries me now. Cody's going to be away for a month at least filming this movie. I believe it's being filmed in Australia. So if Cody wins the WWE Championship, are they going to give Cody the WWE Championship and then take him off of television for nearly a month to go film this movie? Liv Morgan was off TV for about a month when she went to Japan to go film that movie she was a part of. So I'm assuming it's going to be somewhere in the same time frame. Do they give Cody the WWE Championship and then take him off TV? Why would you operate television without your WWE champion? Unless Seth Rollins cashes in on the WWE Championship. Is that a possibility? Maybe he cashes in on Cody and Cena. Depends on what Punk is doing at SummerSlam. Right now, they're already teasing just a little something, possibly Punk going after Gunther. Rollins was in a segment on Monday with both Punk and Gunther, where Punk shoved Gunther down. We could be looking at that after Gunther gets done murdering Bill Goldberg. I don't know. Cody, Randy possibly going heel. McIntyre. McIntyre's a great challenge for Cody Rhodes. I don't know. Yeah, I guess they did it with Roman. Justin Toner's right. They did it with Roman. Roman won the championship. How often did he make it to television? How often did Roman make it to television as the undisputed WWE champion? We'll see what happens. But I'm glad Drew McIntyre is back. I am. Backstage, Drew McIntyre walked up and demanded a match against Randy Orton tonight. Nick Aldis informed McIntyre that Orton had left the building already. Well, that was quick, huh? McIntyre will get his shot at Orton next week. Not on Friday Night SmackDown, but Saturday night's main event. Oh, boy. Saturday night's main event. Gunther versus Goldberg for the World's Heavyweight Championship. Seth Rollins versus LA Knight. And now Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. I know Cody's going to be a part of that show. I know John Cena is going to be a part of that show. Roman Reigns may be returning on that show. All in an effort to take away from All In Texas. Earlier today, they showed footage, or I guess Monday when this was taped. Charlotte Flair talking to Nick Aldis, learning that she will be in the women's tag team qualifier against the Secret Hervis and Michin teaming with BFAB. Winner will get a spot in the Evolution 2 Fatal 4-Way Women's Tag Team title match. Alexa Bliss appeared as she revealed that she was going to be Flair's partner for this match. Charlotte looked at Alexa, and Alexa said, "You're welcome." Gee, I wonder who won this match, chat. It was definitely Michin and BFAB that won it, right? No! Wow, man. I totally would have went with them. No. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte. Easy victory here. The Secret Hervis attempted a double team, which was intercepted by Flair and Bliss. Flair, she climbs the top rope and taps Bliss on the head, taps her forehead in a very condescending way. This was deemed a tag by the referee, so this made Alexa the legal woman. Charlotte jumps off the top rope, and she hits a very ugly-looking moonsault on top of Piper Niven. You know, they call Charlotte the super athlete in the women's division. Meanwhile, she cannot even do a proper moonsault ever. She does it off the top rope to the outside. It looks awful. She misses 99% of it. She does it in the ring, and she hits knees first. I don't know why. Here's a little tip for you, folks. Don't go knees first when you do a moonsault. Put your body into it. Tiffany Stratton still has the best moonsault in all of the WWE women's division. Does that still make Charlotte the super athlete of the women's division? No. No, it does not. So she does the moonsault, which looked terrible. This allowed Bliss to enter as the legal woman. She hit Twisted Bliss on Alba Fire, and that was enough to get the 1, 2, 3, man. Wow, man. Color me fucking shocked, man. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair are going to Evolution to challenge for the tag team titles, man. Oh, man. I thought it was going to be Michin. It was never going to be Michin and BFAB. You see, you can't really compare Io's moonsault, chat. Can't really compare Io's moonsault and Tiffany Stratton's moonsault. They're two different trajectories of moonsault. You can't compare them. One is like a fucking Ferrari. And the other is like a Corvette. Basic. Basic fucking off the assembly line Corvette, no bells and whistles. Right? Io just does it like, she just fucking guns it. She wants to fucking absolutely kill you with her moonsault. There's no height to Io's moonsault. It's just like flip, speed, and slam on top of your opponent. Tiffany, you know, she's got to jump up to the top rope, and then it's gracefully flipping over. And then the aerial of the moonsault is where the damage comes in on Tiffany's. Because the higher they get, the more impact the landing's going to be. Two different moonsaults. I go Tiffany's, though. If I had to choose one, I go Tiffany 1. And then if you want to say Io is number 2, Io's number 2. Now, I'm not surprised by this whatsoever. We talked about this on Monday for Friday Night SmackDown because the match was made on Monday. Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez are now the new tag team. Liv Morgan's out. Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis, we're going to strip Raquel Rodriguez of the tag team titles because she didn't have a partner. Her partner's injured, Liv Morgan. Finn Balor lobbied for Roxanne Perez because he didn't want Roxanne, you know, to not fill in for Raquel. Otherwise, Raquel would be without a championship, and he didn't want that unfair to happen to Raquel. So they said, fine, we'll grant you what you want. Roxanne is in. Raquel doesn't have to lose the championship. But to prove that this team is worthy enough to be a team and hold the titles, you're going to have to be put to the test. Fatal 4-way. I knew one of these teams was going to be Charlotte and Alexa because legitimately they are the only other team on Friday night that was even worth anything. Especially when they said, Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce said, you're going to defend the titles against 4 teams, 1 team from each brand. We knew it wasn't going to be the Secret Service. We knew it wasn't going to be Michin and BFAB. Charlotte and Alexa have been teasing something for weeks. Charlotte and Alexa was the only correct answer here. On NXT television, I don't even know what other teams there are. Fatal Influence. Who else is there? Lola Vice and maybe somebody else. Maybe they do Sol Ruka and Zarya, is what I said. I'm assuming that's going to be the case. Sol Ruka, Zarya, Charlotte, Alexa, and then on Raw, there really is no other women's team outside of Natalya and Maxine Dupree, the Dungeon Dolls, I think is what their names are. So those are the teams. Fatal 4-way. I wouldn't be surprised if Charlotte and Alexa walk out as the tag team champions next Sunday. I know it's not the most exciting, and WWE seems to be really trying in a very, very dead division. I don't know why, but that's what they're doing. How do you build equity in a completely, absolutely lifeless, dead division? You try and give them to Alexa and Charlotte to resuscitate that lifeless, dead division. And spoiler, folks, it's not going to work. It doesn't matter who the titles are on. I don't know why they're trying so hard. There was a piece of news. It's not really news, not really new news. And this was something that was reported, I would say, a couple of weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, maybe. Evolution's taking place next Sunday. I think I will be live for that, depending on how I feel. If I am alive after the busy weekend, that will be next weekend. The all-women's pay-per-view Evolution debuted in 2018. WWE hasn't done another one since. Mercedes was quoted saying, Mercedes Moné, by the way, she was quoted saying that WWE waited too late, too long to do another Evolution show. Did they? Did they wait too long? Probably. Did she mean that in a way where she wishes she was a part of it, or she wishes it happened while she was there? Because I mean, without Sasha Banks, there is no women's evolution. There is no women's revolution in WWE. I do think that it stings Mercedes just a little bit that WWE wasn't as serious for women's wrestling while she was there. And now all of a sudden, it seems to be like the biggest thing that they have to push. And WWE wants it to be like the big focus on their television. I know if I'm Mercedes, I'm a little jaded by that. Because let's be honest, Sasha Banks was a huge part of why women's wrestling became what it is in WWE. 2018 saw Nikki Bella and Ronda Rousey in the main event. Completely different this year. If there's anything, this year's show is going to be better than the 2018 version. Now we're getting the second edition of the show. WWE's announced 6 matches in total. And Sean Ross Sapp, who spent most of his day today arguing with people online that Mercedes Moné does not have creative control. He's even making a video about it. In what context, I don't know. Creative input is creative control. I don't know what the glazing is. I don't know what the sheer defense of Tony Khan is from most of these journalists. It's like they all raise their Hylian shields and they all go to defend Tony Khan at any chance they get. Creative input is creative control. If Mercedes had nothing to do and nothing to say about anything, then she doesn't have creative control. But as soon as the woman opens her mouth and says, I want this, and then Tony says and bends over backwards and says, yes, Mercedes, anything you want, my queen, creative control. She's controlling the narrative to get what she wants. I don't know why it's so difficult for people to grasp. Creative input is creative control. If you don't think Jon Moxley has creative control, Adam Copeland has creative control, Mercedes Moné has creative control, Chris Jericho has creative control, you're an idiot. Is it ironclad in their contract that they have creative control? No, it never will be. But if you honestly think Tony Khan is that much of a boss and that much of a leader, man, you're really living on fucking an island with all those fucking dinosaurs I was talking about 20 minutes ago. Creative input is creative control, folks. Don't let somebody and a platform who openly glazes AEW tell you otherwise. No, they don't have creative control like Hulk Hogan did. No. Nobody has creative control like Hulk Hogan did. Sean Ross Sapp recently answered a fan's question about the ticket sales and the accountability if the event failed to live up to expectations. He revealed that female talents were not very thrilled by how it's being planned, as multiple events take place around the same time, including All In Texas and a Beyonce concert the same night as Evolution 2 in Atlanta. So a lot of the women that I was speaking to a lot of them felt like this was all set up. One, it was put against All In Weekend across the street from the Beyonce concert during MLB All-Star Weekend, when a lot of the hotels were going to be bought up in the area. They weren't necessarily thrilled with that, but it was hastily produced and put together. I don't mean this in a negative way. I don't mean this in a negative way whatsoever. The show on July 13th doesn't need to be taking place. It doesn't. You could have done it any other weekend. Literally any other weekend. WWE, don't let them bullshit you. It was rumored to be taking place this weekend. in Connecticut. Stamford, Bridgeport, one of them. I don't know what city. July 6th, Sunday, this show was rumored to be taking place. That was the original rumor. Then they moved it to next weekend. Beyonce, All In, which is taking place at Globe Life Field in Arlington. And then the MLB All-Star Game, which is taking place at Truist Field in Atlanta. Evolution 2 does not need to be taking place. It is a waste of a show. WWE is using their women's roster, a women's roster that they hold in such high regard, a women's roster which is basically the only reason why NXT television is probably watchable on a week-to-week basis, because there's legitimately nothing else on that fucking show at the top of the card that is remotely interesting. You got Mike Santana at the top of the fucking card on NXT television, battling Trick Williams, holding the TNA Championship. Mike Santana is fucking phenomenal. He's not even with the WWE, and he's the best thing about their television show on Tuesday nights. NXT's awful. Without the women, they got nothing. WWE touts that they got the brightest and hottest women's division in the entire world, the most talented roster of women in the entire world. Yet, WWE thinks so highly of them that they put them on a show all by themselves while everything else that weekend is going on around them. Who do you think WWE is going to blame when shit hits the fan? Who do you think WWE is going to blame when ticket sales are low, when interest is low, and no one gives a shit about the fucking show on the 14th? They're going to blame the women. The women didn't book Atlanta. The women didn't book this weekend. The women didn't want to be booked across the street from a fucking Beyonce concert. The women didn't want to be booked on the same show where WWE's booking 2 other shows around All In. Shame on them. If I'm a talent in that women's locker room, I'm fucking pissed. You got WWE to blame. Their lust to take away from AEW is blinding them. They are using their women as scapegoats to throw them out there to die against AEW all in Texas. Might not be happening on the same night, thank God. But who's going to be talking about Evolution at the end of that weekend? Where it should have taken place is a weekend all to itself where they have nothing going on but that. They got SmackDown. They got Saturday night's main event. They got fucking Great American Bash. All on the same night. Saturday night's main event and Great American Bash on the same day as All In. And none of this is going to take away from All In. If you have already decided to watch All In, you are watching All In. You're not going to watch NXT and then watch All In later. And by the way, the Great American Bash card is fucking awful. If that's what WWE is doing, if that's the card that WWE is putting up against All In Texas, what the fuck is the point? What is the point? You've already made your decision on what you're watching. WWE is not taking away from AEW. They're not. I don't give a fuck who shows up on that show. But this Evolution show, we saw this coming from a mile away. They are being used. If I'm a woman in that locker room, I'm fucking absolutely livid. This is what you think of us? Instead of giving us a show all to ourselves on a weekend, all to ourselves, there's fucking 7 other events going on, 4 of which are pro wrestling. And we're the last show on the weekend, man. By the time the weekend's over, people are going to be fucking exhausted. Imagine all the pro wrestling you have to watch to then get to Evolution. WWE's pettiness, WWE's lust to take away from AEW has gotten so bad that they are doing anything possible, loading up weekends with multiple shows across multiple different promotions to try and take away the thunder that is All In. And believe me, AEW's product is ice fucking cold, bro. But if there's one thing that Tony Khan does right, it's pay-per-view. It'll be WWE's death wish when nobody's talking about Great American Bash and no one's talking about Evolution because you opted to put those shows up against All In Texas. I wish people would be normal. I really do. I really wish people would be normal. Nick Aldis is talking to the SmackDown Tag Team Division, yelling at them for causing chaos in the Wyatt Six Street Profits match last week. This would end up with Andrade and Rey Fenix versus Fraxium booked for tonight, as well as an 8-man tag team match being booked with the Wyatt Six against 4 stars from the SmackDown Tag Team Division. Uncle Howdy, Joe Gacy, Eric Rowan, and Dexter Lumis versus Berto from Los Garza, Johnny Gargano from DIY, Chris Sabin from the Motor City Machine Guns, and Montez Ford from the Street Profits. I commend WWE for at least trying to come up with something. A story for the tag team division. I don't know if this is necessarily better than what we got earlier in the year when it was DIY and the Machine Guns and the Profits and Pretty Deadly and Los Garza. I don't know if it's better than that. That wasn't even good. But the tag team division and its strength is in the teams that they have and the great teams that go out there weekly and just put on banger matches. I wish the stories were a little bit better. I guess in this sense with the Wyatt Six, they're creepy, they're scary, they're not in numbers greater than the tag team division if the tag team division works together, but they're at least making the Wyatts seem like an intimidating faction while the rest of the tag team division is struggling to get ahead. This was fine for what it was. Am I over the moon excited about watching this? No. Am I very bored of the Wyatt Six? Yes, I am. I find absolutely nothing interesting about the Wyatt Six. Nothing. I don't know what it is. If it's the presentation, if it's the fact that they don't speak. I just want them to be. I don't know why it's so difficult. To get this group across the right way. Look at what they did with the Wyatt family. Like the original version of the Wyatt family. I'm talking about Wyatt, Rowan, and Harper. They spoke. You heard them. You physically seen them speak. They were live in front of you. We hear nothing from the Wyatt Six. We see nothing of the Wyatt Six. The last thing that we got with the Wyatt Six was a VHS-style vignette with Bo Dallas. That's it. They're getting no reaction when they come out. Silence when they come out. No reaction when they wrestle. No reaction when they win. The time off didn't kill the Wyatt Six. Creative killed the Wyatt Six. They just don't know how to book the Wyatt Six. Wyatt Six ended up winning here. There was a cool spot in this match with Johnny Gargano trying to make peace with Dexter Lumis. Dexter Lumis, the old version of Dexter Lumis, was a part of Johnny Gargano's The Way. He had a thing with Indy Hartwell. Lumis didn't want anything with Gargano. He punched Gargano down and slammed him down in the middle of the match. At the end of this thing, we got the Wyatt Six winning. Sabin looked to get a tag in. Gargano had second thoughts and backed away from the apron as he locked eyes with Rowan. This left Sabin at the mercy of Rowan's Iron Claw Slam, and it gave the Wyatt Six the victory. So with this victory, the Wyatt Six now get a rematch against the Street Profits for the WWE Tag Team Championships. I don't think we see a championship title change. I think that would be fucking stupid. I think the Street Profits deserve better than that. But that's happening next week. I would not be surprised if we get more of the same here next week in the tag team division, where it leads to another DQ or another no contest. And then we get something decided upon in New Jersey at SummerSlam. We got a vignette from Julia. She talked about her Women's United States Championship victory last week on SmackDown in Saudi Arabia over Zelina Vega. She stated that we are about to witness her beautiful madness as the United States champion. Now, hopefully we see her next week. Hopefully they do better with Julia than they did with Zelina and Chelsea combined as the United States champion. Tiffany Stratton. She is set to choose her Evolution 2 opponent. Nick Aldis has granted her the same right as Adam Pearce granted to Io Sky. Io Sky had the opportunity to choose whoever she wanted to defend the Women's World Championship against that Evolution. Tiffany Stratton has the same courtesy here tonight. Tiffany's out there. She said that since she became the women's champion, she's had a target on her back. But Nia Jax's revenge wasn't enough to stop her from becoming the last woman standing. She turns her attention to Jade Cargill, the woman she'll face at SummerSlam, but only after she defeats the opponent she'll choose to face at Evolution 2. Jade Cargill interrupts Tiffany Stratton. And unfortunately, she had a microphone in hand. Cargill talked about how she was crowned Queen of the Ring by beating one of the best in Asuka. Cargill then warned Stratton that she had a choice to make, and that if she chose wrong, Stratton might not make it to SummerSlam. But it didn't matter to Jade because she'd beat whoever she would end up facing at SummerSlam. Stratton interrupted and revealed, well, lucky for you, Jade, I have a surprise for everyone tonight. Out comes Trish Stratus. Yes, WWE Hall of Famer Trish Stratus walks out. She gets in the ring. Stratton talked about how she invited her to the ring, stating, what would Evolution be without some Stratus faction? She then issued a challenge to Stratus for a title match at Evolution. Stratus talked about how the women had to fight just to have a single match on the card back in the day. But now at Evolution 2, the women are going to have a card of incredibly talented women all to themselves. Stratus gave thanks to Stratton for letting her kids see her in the ring when they teamed together at the Elimination Chamber. But those kids of hers, they would love to see their mom wrestle as champion. Stratton said this wouldn't be easy because this isn't the Attitude Era anymore, and that whether it was Stratus at Evolution or Cargill at SummerSlam, the WWE is still going to be running on Tiffy time at the end of it all. I know a lot of people, listen, I just got done ranting how Evolution doesn't need to be a show. They legitimately pieced the fucking card together in a week and a half. It doesn't need to be. It's the laziest effort that WWE maybe has done all year. And I know a lot of people are going to be complaining, oh, it's piss poor, lazy creative. It's a testament to how lazy the creative is in WWE. You are correct. You are correct. Would I have done it differently? Yes. I would have built a story or a title match for both women's championships up well before this week. WWE didn't do that. That's on them. You have every right to fucking blame them for that. It's fucking garbage. It's fucking lazy. I feel bad for these fucking women. They're put in a position where everything is just now coming to be with fucking 9 days to go. WWE's got no problem announcing this show around everything else that weekend. They're too fucking busy to announce a goddamn card. I understand that people are upset about the creative. It's lazy that Io and Tiffany are getting to choose their opponents. They could have chosen anybody. They could have chosen people that didn't even factor into what the fuck they have going on in the last 7 months. Could have been fresh matches. Triple H could have booked this show like he was booking Forbidden Door. Could have did it just as easy, right? That would have been great. It would have meant nothing, but it would have been a great showcase of talent. They at least chose 2 women's matches where the challengers had something to do with the champion at some point within the last 7 months. Io and Rhea have been at each other, have been teaming with each other, have been wrestling each other for the duration of this year. If you watch the show, you would have seen Rhea and Io garner a lot of respect for each other. Io was so respectful to Rhea. Rhea is so respectful to Io that through all that they've been through, she knows what had happened. She knows what Bianca did on the road to WrestleMania. But Rhea always showed respect to Io. Io going into this show paid it forward. She respected Rhea enough to say, you know what? I could have chose anybody. I'm choosing you. So if you want to sit there and shit on WWE Creative, by all means, shit on Creative for being lazy for finally piecing a card together within the last 9 days. But if you want to shit on them for that, go for it. I think you should take it easy on the fact that Io and Tiffany are choosing the opponents that they are. Rhea makes sense. And Tiffany Stratton probably makes less sense than it does Io choosing Rhea. But they did have at least some history together. Tiffany gave Trish Stratus Toronto to team with her against Candice and Nia at Elimination Chamber. And now she's paying it forward as a thank you for teaming up and battling alongside her against Nia Jax and Candice LeRae, who have been at Tiffany all year. Has it been good? No. But at least Tiffany is paying back and showing respect and giving a thank you to Trish in the way of a championship match. They could have chosen legitimately anybody, and it could have not made any sense. At least Tiffany and Trish, Io and Rhea make somewhat of sense because all 4 women have had something to do with each other in 2025. It's not something to lose sleep over. It's not. Would I have done things better or wanted to see things done better? Yes. I would have loved to see this have a longer build towards this show. But we all know why WWE is doing this show. We all know why WWE is doing Evolution on the 13th around everything else that's going on in the wrestling sphere on that weekend. We all know it. The fact that they've taken so long to piece a card together and the fact that everything is coming together last minute only exacerbates that. It only highlights the fact that everybody that says that is correct. Because if WWE had a fucking plan for this thing, it would have been done well in advance. Not this week. This is not something I'm going to lose sleep over. Solo Sikoa. He spoke from his tribal office. He introduced his newest member. Tola Tonga is his name. Now, he looks very intimidating, bro. I will say that. He looks very tall. This is the former Hikuleo, of course. Solo said that this group was nothing like a bloodline, but it was now stronger than ever. Solo said that he and JC Mateo would join forces in their tag team match later tonight, as he concluded that his family is now complete. Well, it's not really complete because we don't have Tama Tonga. Don't know where Tama Tonga is, but when he is back and with his brother, then we know they will be complete. Trish Stratus was met by Jade Cargill backstage, who warned her that if she defeated Tiffany Stratton at Evolution, she'd be facing her at SummerSlam. Don't worry, Jade. Tiffany Stratton will be meeting you at SummerSlam. Stratus left. Naomi snuck up on Jade and hit her with her newly branded Proceed with Caution Money in the Bank briefcase, which I'm assuming they're now selling on shopwwe.com. Nick Aldis went over to see if Jade was all right. He checked on Jade Cargill afterwards, and Jade said, "Give me Naomi." Just like that, match is made. Jade versus Naomi at Evolution in a no disqualification match. No rules. So we got the Fatal 4-Way Women's Tag Team title match. We got Jade versus Naomi. We got JC Jane versus Jordan Grace for the NXT Women's Championship. We got Io versus Rhea for the WWE Women's World Championship. Tiffany Stratton versus Trish Stratus for the WWE Women's World title. And I'm missing one. I know there were 6. And the Battle Royal. So we got those 6 matches right now. I don't know if WWE will be adding a 7th. But those are the 6 matches right now planned for Evolution. I'm sure there'll be appearances by legends and Hall of Famers and whoever else WWE wants to dig up that hasn't made an appearance on their TV. I know I've seen some people tonight on social media say that, oh, Naomi's got to win this match. Oh, Naomi's got to get her win back from Jade at WrestleMania. No. Now, Naomi is not winning at Evolution. Sorry to tell you. Do you genuinely believe that the winner of the Queen of the Ring tournament, the number 1 contender to Tiffany Stratton at SummerSlam for the WWE Women's Championship, is going to lose 3 weeks before SummerSlam? Boy, you don't know pro wrestling at all, man. Naomi is not winning. Naomi's winning at SummerSlam when she cashes in the briefcase. So you might as well give Jade a second victory because Naomi's going to have the last laugh and have the one victory that everybody wants, and that is for the Women's Championship. So it's all right if Jade wins. Naomi has got the golden ticket, which she will cash in because of her friend. You know who will be there. And things are really going to hit the fucking fan. Shit's going to really hit the fan. Fraxium. Nathan Frazier and Axiom against Andrade and Rey Fenix. It's probably the best match on the entire show, honestly. I couldn't tell because the crowd was fucking so dead, I thought I was watching a fucking funeral. Live on USA Network. Axiom's great. Nathan Frazier's great. Andrade is great. Phoenix is great. I don't know what they're doing with Phoenix and Andrade. I really don't. I love them as a pairing. It's kind of stereotypical that Triple H, once again, is pairing the Mexican talents together as a tag team, but I digress. I like that Andrade is on TV. I think Andrade is good enough to be on TV weekly. I do. Him teaming with Rey Fenix is a very good temporary pairing. That's all it is. It's a temporary pairing. It gets Andrade on television. It gets Rey Fenix on television. Now that they move back to 2 hours, I can't complain about that. Because the one complaint was, well, they're moving from 3 hours to 2 hours. Not everybody's going to be featured now on the 2-hour format. What happens to guys like Andrade and Rey Fenix and Carmelo Hayes, who we hope to see soon? Andrade and Fenix are together. It gets them on TV. Great. I don't know where this is going, though, because I know I'm not the only one that feels this way. Rey Fenix, I find it a little weird. Just watching it. They're very good together, but I do find it weird that he's back in a tag team with someone who's not his brother. Now, I know Penta's on Raw and Phoenix is on SmackDown, and they can't team together because they're on separate brands, because of the brand split. Do we see Penta eventually move to SmackDown and eventually get that reunion with Phoenix? Because Andrade turns on Phoenix and goes heel, and this temporary pairing breaks up. I don't know. Maybe they do that without Penta involved. Maybe that's the reason for this pairing. Something's going to go awry. Something's going to go wrong. Andrade's going to get pissed and realize that he should be where he thinks he should be, and Rey Fenix is holding him back. Maybe it's a means to a feud. I don't know. But it's very weird to see Rey Fenix team and play tag team guy alongside someone that's not Penta. This was great. Or as good as it could be with this dead fucking crowd from Pittsburgh. This went through 2 commercial breaks. We'll pick it up after the second commercial break. Frazier, he went for his Phoenix Splash. He came down hard on his feet, landed, rolled through. Phoenix and Andrade, they get in there. Frazier, he's stunned in the corner. Andrade crushed him in the corner with the Meteora. He's the legal man. He goes for recovery, gets a 2 count. Andrade had Frazier in his sights, targeted him. Big high risk, connected, double moonsaults. Andrade's signature. Axiom broke up the pin just in time as he took out Phoenix from the apron. For Axiom out, Andrade caught up on the top rope with the Spanish Fly. Phoenix Splash combination connected. Phoenix made a last-second save by leaping onto Frazier, following with a code breaker on Axiom. Andrade and Phoenix took advantage, hitting Adios Amigo on Axiom. And Frazier, he gets a big spinning elbow by Andrade. Phoenix leapt over Frazier, who was stunned in the middle of the ring, right into Axiom at ringside. This gave Andrade the opening to deliver the message, his DDT, on Nathan Frazier for the 1, 2, 3. For Axiom is, they started off hot. They beat a lot of tag teams on their rise to a tag team title match. Now they're struggling just a little bit. Growing pains on Friday night here. Good stuff. Fast tag team match. High-flying action. Love all 4 of these guys. Just a showcase match on Friday night to show you how good the tag team division is getting on Friday Night SmackDown. No more. Very good stuff. Probably the best match of the entire night. Damian Priest. He confronted Aleister Black. Wanted to talk to him about R-Truth. As he revealed, Black would be facing Ron Killings next week on Friday Night SmackDown. Looks like they're setting up a feud between Black and Priest just in time for SummerSlam. I have no problems with that whatsoever. We also learned that Tiffany versus Trish is confirmed. Jade versus Naomi is confirmed for Evolution. Next week on SmackDown, we learn that the Profits will defend the Tag Team Championships against the Wyatt Six, Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis. R-Truth will go one-on-one with Aleister Black. And we have a special appearance by Jelly Roll. Because they're in Nashville, Tennessee. Next week. You guys want this news, huh? This is not good news. Not good news. Grammy award-winning superstar Jelly Roll is scheduled to appear next week on Friday Night SmackDown. And according to a new report, Jelly Roll being on the show could be the start of a significant run with the company. A report coming in from WrestleVotes, which I always tend to believe because they rarely get anything wrong. WrestleVotes states that sources within the WWE expect this appearance to be the start of something more. The report added, there's anticipation the music superstar will make additional appearances in the future. This news is amplified by a key detail also noting in the report, while currently touring, Jelly Roll is off the first weekend of August. That weekend coincides with WWE's annual SummerSlam, which is scheduled for Saturday, August 2nd and Sunday, August 3rd, leading to immediate speculation that he could be involved in a match or a major segment on SummerSlam. Jelly Roll is a lifelong, passionate wrestling fan. He's no stranger to WWE programming. He's already made several appearances for the company, most notably at SummerSlam in 24, where he got physical in the ring by delivering a chokeslam to Austin Theory. In past interviews, Jelly Roll has been open about his desire to do more with WWE, specifically something physical in the ring, once he had lost the weight. Having recently undergone a significant and public weight loss journey, the timing appears to be perfect for him to transition from a celebrity guest to an active in-ring participant. Jelly Roll's appearance is set for Friday, July 11th from the Amalie Arena in Tampa, Florida. Now, that's next week. I thought it was Nashville, Tennessee. They say Tampa in the report. I heard Nashville. Whatever the case may be, he's going to be on the show next week. This creative team. I'm so fucking beside. My eye is twitching. This creative team, Triple H, physically sat down and words, Jelly Roll and creative, Jelly Roll, SummerSlam, Jelly Roll, in-ring involvement. Any mishmash of these words physically came out of Paul Levesque's mouth. Meanwhile, this company cannot be bothered one iota of a fuck to book Carmelo Hayes on the show. How many weeks now, how many months now have we been asking, well, why is Braun Breaker getting such a significant role on Monday and Carmelo Hayes is sitting in catering eating the fucking dessert, frosted fucking birthday cake with sprinkles, sitting next to Apollo Crews? Why is he not in the same position as Braun Breaker when legitimately they both showed up on NXT at the same time and were basically 1A and 1B on NXT television until they got called up? Does anybody have an explanation for that? Does anybody have an explanation for that? No, but we have to book fucking Jelly Roll. Now, to be fair, we don't know if it's going to be a match or an in-ring segment. God forbid it's a fucking match. Can you imagine? And I don't give a fuck if you got 2 nights to fill. Can you imagine all the talent that they have on that show and they write a match planned for SummerSlam and willingly give it to Jelly Roll? Oh, but JD, they got 2 nights to fill. JD from NY 206. That doesn't mean we start giving it to fucking people that can't wrestle. Oh, but he's a lifelong fan. Oh, he loves the company. Give me a fucking break. Give me a break. I'm a lifelong fan too, motherfucker. But I got a fucking brain. I can't name one fucking person who has Jelly Roll on their playlist. Who the fuck listens to Jelly Roll? Seriously. Why is this such an important part of the road to SummerSlam? Celebrity involvement, Travis Scott, Jelly Roll. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ, man. You know, you're not going to get better than what we got with Logan Paul being an A-list celebrity. You're not going to get better than Bad Bunny being an A-list celebrity. Stop. Please. For the love of Christ, stop. Stop before you embarrass yourself even further. And please stop before someone just fucking gets hurt, bro. Seriously. I don't care. I don't care. Who could possibly give a fuck? Why don't you worry about the fucking people that you have sitting in the back begging for television? Begging for television. Nobody asked for this. Here, I thought that WWE's ice-cold first half of the year was going to get better in the second half, and I got to read about fucking Dunkin' Donuts Jelly Roll with a side of fucking coffee wrestling at SummerSlam. It's exactly what I want on my fucking SummerSlam card. Somebody that should be fucking item menu number 4 on the Dunkin' Donuts menu. Jelly Roll is something you dip into your fucking coffee if you're some fucking fat police officer working the fucking late shift. Not something that should be on a fucking SummerSlam card where you call it a premium live event. Fucking ridiculous. This is your current day WWE, folks. Jelly Roll versus Grande Americano, says Zero Kaiba. Look at that. You could dip your Jelly Roll in your Grande Americano, you fucking geek. Holy shit. All these Hollywood fucking D-list celebrities, they're all on Ozempic anyway, man. Fucking weight loss journey. Fuck out of here. They all cheat the system, man. They're all taking Ozempic. Before you know it, he'll be sitting around with fucking breast cancer at the age of fucking 48. Fuck out of here. Ridiculous. Isn't Ozempic fucking poisoning people? Wasn't that in the news? Ridiculous. Solo Sikoa. JC Mateo. Jacob Fatu, Jimmy Uso. Bloodline in yet another main event, bro. Bloodline in yet another main event, man. Listen, man, SmackDown go to 2 hours, man. The more things change, the more they stay the same. I don't care about this. I don't. Where do we pick it up here? Commercial. Solo Sikoa and JC, Jeff Cobb Mateo. They got Jimmy Uso grounded. Mateo got a tag. Took out Uso with a standing moonsault. In the corner, Uso compromised. Squashed by a splash from JC. Another attempt. JC missed the second one. Uso dodged. Delivered a Samoan drop. Created some separation. Fatu gets the hot tag. He unleashed an assault on Sikoa with a senton, followed by a splash in the corner. Fatu cracked Sikoa with 10 headbutts in the corner. He then caught his opponent with a spinning elbow. Fatu then blasted Mateo and Solo with super kicks, which left them in opposite corners. Fatu took both guys out with consecutive hip attacks. Uso and Fatu flew through the ropes with dives and took out Jeff Cobb and Solo Sikoa. Back in the ring, Solo kicked Fatu with a super kick as he had the Samoan spike locked and loaded. Fatu countered and planted Solo with a Impaler DDT. Mighty moonsault off the top, and the former United States champion pinned the current United States champion Fatu pin Solo Sikoa 1, 2, 3, clean as a whistle. More than likely, that is your SummerSlam match. Fatu wanted to continue beating up on Solo. He cleared away the commentary table before he kicked Solo, laid him out on it. Fatu was going to head up top and deliver a big Fatu splash from the top over to the announce desk, and he was stopped by Tala Tonga. He came out of nowhere, and he slammed Fatu from the top rope. Tangaloa joined in, and he beat up Jimmy. Tala Tonga crushed Uso with a big boot. Mateo hit a Tour of the Islands. The family here turned their attention to Jacob. Solo dropped him with a Samoan spike. Solo ordered his men to drag Fatu towards the commentary table, and they delivered the Shield triple power bomb through the announce table. And that is the way SmackDown came to a close. Wow, man. Such creative geniuses in this company, man. We had fucking how many months, how many years of bloodline attacks that ended SmackDown in this same way. And now in the big 2025 July, we are now doing the same thing, the same power bomb, ending the show the same way with a version of a bloodline that doesn't even resemble what the bloodline used to be. Typical SmackDown main event. Typical bloodline close to end the show with the powerbomb through the table spot. And that's the way this show, this 2-hour SmackDown, goes off the air. Very, very boring, very run-of-the-mill taped episode for Friday Night SmackDown. Nothing really important. Nothing really to dive into. We did our best today, right? We did our best today. Appreciate you guys being here with me tonight. Follow me on social media at JDfromNY206, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications. Please go and check out all the content on the channel. Plenty of it. Streams and extras, news thrown in there. Go check it out. Hit that thumbs up. Tonight's goal was 750 likes. We need at least 100 more, bro. We have 1,800 people in here. I know that there are 100 of you that have not hit the thumbs up. If you would be so kind to do so, man, it helps me out tremendously. Hit that subscribe button down below and turn on the bell while you're at it. We just hit 172,000 subscribers on YouTube. I appreciate you guys very much. And super chats are open. Get them on in. They will be open until we shut the doors here tonight. Tonight's sponsored by Blue Chew. BlueChew.com. Code JD at checkout. Don't let the fireworks outside by your neighbor's house be the only fireworks going off this evening. I'm talking about Blue Chew. You guys want to end the night, you guys want to end the holiday with a bang. Blue Chew is your best bet. Blue Chew is the way. BlueChew.com, code JD at checkout. Enter that code JD at checkout. Get your free sample. All you got to do is pay the $5 shipping and handling. Blue Chew is a unique online service that provides the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis. Comes in a chewable tablet. Fraction of the cost. You guys can take them anytime, day or night. Be ready whenever that opportunity arises. It's all done online. Sign up at BlueChew.com. You're gonna speak with one of their online medical providers. Licensed, 100%. And once they approve you, you're going to receive your prescription within days. No questions asked. It's all done online, like I said. No waiting at line in the doctor's office. No waiting in line at the pharmacy. No awkward conversations with anybody you don't know. They're all made right here in the USA and prepared and shipped directly to you very discreetly. So you guys want to end the holiday with a bang and keep 4th of July going all summer long. Blue Chew is your way. BlueChew.com, code JD at checkout. All you guys got to do is pay the $5 shipping and handling. Thank you guys very much. Let's get into the news, or the super chats, rather. We'll start off tonight with Hardcore Kevin with a $2 super chat. Seth Rollins' plan B is either Jelly Roll or Vince. No. I pray to God not. Havili with a 100 earlier. Thank you, brother. Don't know where you are if you're watching right now, but I appreciate you, brother. Brisbane, Australia. Sidro. $10 super chats. He who drinks a fifth on the fourth may not be able to go forth on the fifth. You know, luckily I only had one drink today, bro. I had one drink today because I knew I had to be here. If I drink the way that I want, you guys don't get a top tier review. I would have been in bed 2 hours ago. My cross-eyed wife and I just got a divorce. We didn't see eye to eye. Also found out she was seeing someone on the side. I like that one. Sidro also says, what did the doctor say to the patient who insisted on closing up their own incision? Suit yourself. And my doctor told me I can masturbate anytime. His official words were, I could have a stroke at any moment. What do you call a Jamaican proctologist? Pokemon. That may have been the best one you got so far, bro. Pokemon. Sidra comes in. Look at this. This guy don't stop. What Italian city is Elephant's favorite? Tuscany. There's a mortuary at the end of the street that has a help wanted sign. I'm contemplating on inquiring, but I think it may be a dead-end job. Yeah. All right. Yeah, better jokes tonight than you did on Tuesday, Sidro. I'm glad you got back in the game, bro. Michelle with a 2. Great to have Drew back. SmackDown needs him bad. SmackDown needs a new fucking writing team. Never mind Drew McIntyre. Hula Grim, congrats on 172K. Happy 4th, JD. Thank you, brother. Wrestling Russ with a 5. Happy 4th, JD. Thank you, Russ. Baby Shaq with 38 months in the venue. What's up, JD? What's going on in 2025? The worst year of pro wrestling in WWE and AEW. Gotta love Sidro and his funny jokes. Thank you, brother. Yes, we love Sidro. Ricardo Linnell with 59 months. Not even a fireworks show in the middle of the ring could wake up Snorberg. What a pathetic excuse for a crowd. OTS for life. Thank you, Ricardo. Yeah, they were fucking terrible, man. They were terrible. Baby Huey with a $50 mini bomb. What's up, JD? When Jay takes that strap off Tiffany at SummerSlam, I'm going to buy you 3 rounds of whatever you want, brother. Whatever you want, it's on me. P.S. You got me hooked on Liquid Death. Liquid Death's some good shit, bro. Their blueberry buzzsaw iced tea is fantastic. I love it. I can run through a 6-pack in one sitting, bro. That's how good it is. Ali, thank you for the 100 bomb earlier, brother. We love you, man. Captain Solo with a 48 months. Look at this guy with his Mustang emote, bro. JD, are you going to go see 28 Years Later? And are you a fan of the first 2 films? I want to see it, and I never saw the first 2 films. I wish my theater was still playing it. It's not. I have a theater legitimately within walking distance from the house, 15 minutes from the house. I guess I'll have to wait till it comes out to one of the streaming services. Jeff with a $20 super chat. Hey, JD, congrats on your accomplishment of new subscribers. Love your show, brother. Who do you believe will be the main event for night one of SummerSlam, since I recently purchased tickets for night one for me, my son, and my wife? Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate you, brother. I'm thinking either CM Punk versus Gunther or Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. You might actually get both of them on the same night, with Rollins cashing in on Punk and Gunther. Omega Kong. I may want to do a meet and greet. I don't know yet. I don't really know yet. I don't know how many of you are going to SummerSlam. Maybe a meet and greet at the Americana Mall? Maybe? I don't know. What is there, anybody in the New Jersey area, what's around MetLife where we can have a meet and greet? Or a fan meetup? Anywhere? I have no idea what's around there. I was told that there's nothing but the mall. Omega Kong with a $20. Heart attack in 22, divorce in 23. Mom had serious surgery last year. Now I'm here in Philly in Mom's house where she is fine, and I'm watching fireworks on my block. Grateful for life. Grateful for OTS. JD, thank you. I love hearing that, Omega Kong. Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Hopefully you enjoyed the day, bro. There's bars in Hoboken. Do I want to go to Hoboken, though? Do I want to have a meet and greet in Hoboken? No. I don't think so. The mall is probably my best bet, honestly. Bid Moon with a 5. Acknowledge Solo as our tribal chief. Happy 4th, everyone. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. You don't know if American Dream Mall is a good place for a meet and greet? Why not? There's got to be bars there, no? There's got to be restaurants and bars there. Captain Solo with a 5. Solo Sikoa has come a long way and deserves his flowers. And it is a fact that WWE programming is better with Drew McIntyre on our televisions. That is. Thank you, Street Fighter, for the 100 earlier, brother. Appreciate you being here. And thank you for breaking the Solo monster on Tuesday. Yeah, I'm not going to Hoboken, bro. I'm not having a meet and greet in Hoboken. Best in the world, Matt, with a $10 super chat. The day Tony Khan signed CM Punk to AEW was the greatest day of his life. But to me, it was Tuesday. Props to Raul Julia for playing a great M. Bison. Raul Julia was a great M. Bison, but I do think that he is a tad bit overrated for the role. Sidro with a 5. What did the Tibetan monk say when he saw the face of Jesus in his tub of margarine? I can't believe it's not Buddha. Or should I pronounce that Buddha? I can't believe it's not Buddha. P.S. Going to Vegas at the end of July. You're going to Vegas at the end of July, bro. Do you want to melt away like Frosty the Snowman? Adam JD519 with a $10 super chat. Keep doing your thing, JD. I would encourage anyone who struggles with mental health to go listen to Stephanie McMahon's latest podcast on YouTube with Randy Orton. Insightful conversation. It's funny, you got Tony Khan out here leaving people on ice and at home, not working. He don't give a fuck about mental health, huh? Cam G with a $20 super chat. Happy 4th, JD. Much love, bro. Also, I was wondering if there's a chance Mr. 925 could come back, maybe on the older WWE games. I'm glad you're here, Cam G. Thank you, brother. Probably not, man. Those games, they are all the same, bro. You buy one game, and every year it's the same fucking thing. Genuinely no interest, man. Sidro with a 5. What if the Street Profits have a gimmick change one day to the Street Profits? What are they fucking biblical, bro? You want the let's come out on camels, bro. They'll fucking be holding Bibles. Brother Angelo and Brother Montez. Oh, testify. Listen, man, there's got to be a natural progression somewhere. Lavelle with a 5. Love Trish to death, but should she be held to the same criticism as Goldberg for coming back and being handed a title shot without earning it? Bro, the more you instill it in your brain that this show is an absolutely nothing burger show, it won't bother you that much. It means nothing. This show means nothing. It's legitimately a rest stop. It's like me driving to Atlantic City tomorrow, getting off at exit 100 at the Bon Jovi rest stop, getting a Starbucks, taking a leak, and getting back in the Mustang and hitting the road. That's it. That's all it is. Corey Williams with 34 months. Tiffany Stratton versus Trish Stratus for the WWE Wrestling Women's Championship at WWE Wrestling Evolution 2025. Yes. Yes. Captain Solo with a 2. Okay, whose Cheerios did Carmelo Hayes pee in? I don't know. Where the fuck is he? Ali. 35 months, Ali. Thank you, brother. Also, JD, I heard rumors of a sequel to the new Mortal Kombat movie, Part 2. I'm hoping it will surpass the first installment in 21. Yeah, that was decent. That was decent. I enjoyed that. Nicholas with 12 months. Happy 4th of July. Hope you have a great weekend. Glad to be a member for a year of the best in the IWC. Thank you, Nicholas. Appreciate you, brother. True Crime Unleashed. $2 super chat. Vince Russo stated TKO is sending Jade to the PC. Oh, yeah? I hope he's correct. I don't know where he's getting his sources, but she should have been in the PC fucking 12 months ago. Hollywood Guy with a $5 super chat. Not sure if this is confirmed, but I read that Mickie James is making an appearance or to be in a match at Evolution. I could see her in the Battle Royal. I think WWE is going to book. If they do any more matches, one more is it. That's it. And everybody else is going to be thrown in that Battle Royal. Captain Solo at a 5. I just cannot bring myself to watch SmackDown. This show is terrible, and it doesn't matter if it's 2 hours or 3 hours. Thank you for all that you do. Yeah, it's awful, bro. No matter what they do, it's just fucking absolutely just bottom of the barrel, low effort writing, bro. There's literally nothing there. Nothing to be excited about. It's the summer. Nobody wants or cares about pro wrestling. Everybody's going to be outside, having fun, living their life. You get how many weeks? 12 weeks of summer, man. That's it. Nobody wants to be inside watching this shit. Furious Nation with a $4.99. Happy 4th, JD. SmackDown tonight was all right, but Pittsburgh sucked. Raw 4th of July in 2016 was so awful. Bro, don't even remind me. Don't even remind me, man. Tactical Dish Soap with a 5. So my friend David just had his ID stolen. Now we just call him Dav. Thank you, Tactical Dish Soap. Appreciate you, bro. Oh, my goodness. Look at this fucking guy coming in late, man. Look at this guy. Oh, my God. Happy 4th of July, JD, with a $100 super chat. Catch 22. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you very much. Sidro. Chat saying Stephanie Vaquer just posted videos of her on the 4th of July. I need you to investigate, bro. Let me know. Thank you, Catch 22. Thank you for being here, bro. Omega Kong with a $4.99. I'm not Sidro. I have to try. Hoboken sounds like a homeless, depressed Ryu Hadouken. Bro, I have never in my life been to Hoboken. Never. I don't think I'm going to start either. Furious Nation with a $4.99. Also, Triple H said earlier today, wishing a happy 4th. I don't think was wrong. Also, I've seen people say on X that Triple H should be removed. Thoughts? Let people cry. Everybody is a woke bitch. That's what I have to say about that. Sidro with a 2. What do you call a naked 4'10" mother? A bare minimum. Bro, I don't know about you, but I don't mind my women 4'10", 5 foot. Smaller the better. That's not a bare minimum to me, bro. Baby Huey with a $4.99. What do you call an Italian street worker? A pasta toot. Yeah, I'm sorry about that one, brother. That's not going to work for me, brother. Minimum. Oh. Minimum. You should have separated the words then, bro. Oh, God. Man, I hate when I fuck up the fucking punchline, bro. A minimum. Oh. Furious Nation with the $4.99. Thank you for the kind words last week regarding my uncle's passing. You got it, brother. Hopefully you are doing well. And Tactical Dish Soap. If Jey Uso yeets in the woods and no one is around to hear it, did he really yeet? No. No. I don't care if he yeets in the woods on TV. I don't care. I don't want to see it no more. Guys, thank you very much, man. What a great stream, man. You guys fucking showed up and showed out tonight. On a night where nobody gave a fuck, man. You guys showed me 4th of July. 4th of July, man. I was happy to be here. Thank you guys very much. We are going to call it a night. Gonna hop in the shower and get some sleep and hit the road to Atlantic City to go see my brother Frank tomorrow. Some late plans. So I said, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate you. Follow me on social media at JDfromNY206, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Hit the subscribe button down below and turn on the bell for notifications. Make sure you guys go check out all the content on the channel. There is plenty of it. All the streams, all the videos to catch up on. If there's anything else this weekend, I will let you know. At JDfromNY206, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Cameo. Hit the subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications. Leave a comment as well. And continue to hit that thumbs up. Thank you guys for a great stream. Have a great weekend. If I don't see you for news Monday, we're back live for Monday Night Raw right here on Off the Script. I'll see you guys later.